And our last video is going to be the Equestrian Element Riding School. Tell me a little about
the Equestrian Element Riding School right here in Plymouth. And again, one of the things that I thought was kind of interesting is when I was looking over some of the material of what they do, they've had riders as young as 4.
Wow.
And as old as 104.
Oh, wow.
Now, some people think I'm old, but I'm nowhere near 104. And I've done horseback riding, and when I'll be out in Idaho or out in the West, and I'm maybe teaching some history seminar, they say, hey, you want to go horseback riding? Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
But you know, it's not as simple as you might think.
It's not.
Now, it's nice to have a trained horse, and you just sit there, hold the reins, and make it look good.
Right.
But you realize balance is involved, this, again, this precision, and to have riders at the very young and very old age working on it. Let's see.
Let's take a look at the Equestrian Element Riding School.
When you come across Mayor Willow Farm in Plymouth, you may think you accidentally took a wrong turn and ended up heading down a country road somewhere in Vermont. It's actually only a few miles from the center of town here, and if you're a horse rider, it looks like an oasis. It's right here at Mayor Willow Farm off of Beaver Dam Road in Plymouth where you can find many of the horses that take part in the Thanksgiving Day Parade. We'll take a walk around, meet some of these horses, and I'll pretend that I'm not scared of them. Jocelyn Maniglia has been riding horses since she was 9 years old, and she's taught here at the farm for the past 6 years. Within the first minute of seeing how she handled these horses, I quickly got over my unfounded fear of these giant creatures. Her ability to communicate with these animals is crucial for her and her other riders when taking on an endeavor like the Thanksgiving Day Parade.
You have to be very confident in order to control a 1,000-pound animal in a crowd. So being able to direct and redirect the horse in the right channels is the most important. That's what I would consider an advanced rider.
And of course, the horses themselves have to be trained and up to the task as well.
We use our most advanced horses, the ones that have done it before, are training the usually 1 or 2 maybe new horses that we've brought along. All of my riders that go to the parade are very experienced in street riding and trail riding.
Among the several qualified horses for this year's festivities are Tanner and Crunch. For Crunch, this will be his first parade. As for the future, they're hoping this big guy will be in the mix sooner than later.
Well, hopefully by next year we'll have our Clydesdale in. He's actually being cart trained as we speak.
In the end, people's fascination with horses has no age limit, and the parade is a great place to put these beautiful creatures on display.
People just light up when they see the horses, and you can definitely tell the ones that are more interested in animals, and they can, any age. I see it from the young kids to even adults that get very excited to see the horses coming.
In Plymouth with the horses, I'm Brian Sullivan for PCN.
Another interesting story about horses. So what's the difference with this group?
Well, I think when you watch them go down the street, one of the things that they really emphasize are the grooming of the horse. Of course, all groups do that to some degree. And horsemanship, again, the control and the relationship between the rider and the horse. I think one of the interesting things when you watch the equestrian units as they go down, everyone loves horses in a parade. But we need to give a little shout out for the fact that behind those horse units is always a pooper scooper. Someone who's cleaning the streets, and that goes with the package.
Yep.
And many people, you know, being an historian, the American Revolution, we think of Sam Adams' father, but he started street cleaning. His service to the community started by just cleaning up horse manure in the streets. And people don't realize, gee, that was a problem back then? Yeah, it was. But you know, that's a part of the whole idea of cleanliness, the whole idea of let's take care, let's be good stewards to what we have. And that's why it's so important to have animals like this in a parade. And they do a great job. And it's so nice for us to have those kinds of units in this parade.
Yeah, we're so fortunate to live in this town.
Oh, yeah.
America's hometown. We're blessed.
Yes,
we truly
and
are.
that unity, harmony, this is America's hometown. Let's show it to the whole world.
Let's do it.